A very beautiful evening to all of you present here. My name is Akash V. Sharma. Before I go ahead, I wanna welcome you from the core of my heart to join this Q&A session. I would take little time to introduce myself and let you know the purpose of our movement and motivate me. So I have been running this motivate me movement to help people awaken the heroism in them. You know, I would like to simplify and shorten my idea with two quotations that I have in my mind at this point of time. These quotations are about the subject education. So the first one is education has produced a vast majority of people able to read but unable to understand what is worth reading. And the second one that comes to my mind is that it is better to have common sense without education than to have education without common sense. So in our education system and the people around you, you can easily be able to understand that the people around you, or sometimes we also make this mistake. I am not here to judge people, honestly speaking. So the idea is to find ourselves, look within and understand that we people do not act with common sense. We people are applied with knowledge. We people are certified with the papers and the documents or the grades, but that documents, those grades, that education that we have been receiving is not serving our purpose. Why? What is our purpose? The purpose is that we do not feel confident enough about living our life. We always hesitate to make big decisions. We are not living a life of purpose. We are not able to relish the moments, the life, the days, the weeks, the months, and the years. We are not. We are always stuck in a fight of getting some satisfaction to ourselves. We are always stuck in a fight to acquire happiness, and always running behind the materialistic things of this world, and never able to enjoy the life, never able to live the life, never able to pacify ourselves with a life of meaning and a life of purpose. And we always, while doubting ourselves, not being able to sense and feel that confidence within, fail to recognize the hero who lives inside us, fail to just live with the genius who lives inside us. So motivate me purpose, or the purpose of this Q&A also, and every single thing we do, is to help you awaken that hero within you, is to help you get into a very good and strong connection with your heroism, is to help you see life with better clarity, is to help you relish your moments, is to help you make your life purposeful, is to help you discover the meaning in your life, and lot much that you can explore by visiting on our website as well. And this is something that I talked about me and motivate me as well. Going little further, I would like to share two programs with you that you are, if willing, can explore right away. The first one is Partho, that is a holistic goal setting plus life setting program. So you can check out there. We are going to start this week only. And second one is, if you are finding some chaos in your life, you are not finding yourself able to manage your relationships, and failing to understand your own personality and able to make decisions or any damn thing, okay, about your own life, then you should go for Simplify Zindagi sessions. These are actually baby steps that you can take with us. With these baby steps, you can think of giant leaps. Okay, so don't take giant leaps immediately, just think of baby steps. So to take these baby steps, you can explore that. Now I would be going further and taking care of the Q&A session. So if you are also having something in your mind, you can click on the link given in the description to join the screen live and ask your question. Now we have two good people who are, of course, the candidates or the heroes of Motivate Me as well. They have submitted their questions. I am going to invite them on the screen one by one. They will ask their question, and hopefully these questions, why I have invited them to be here on the screen, so that they relate with you better. Because if I explain their question, and I might not be able to relate the way they feel, so I want them to come forward to express their question with those feelings that they have about when they feel enigmatic about the solution of these things. So first I'm taking Vinny Jain on the screen. All right, Vinny, you're there.
Yes, sir. Good evening. I'm here.
Good evening, Vinny. So I read your question as well. I would like you to ask this question on the screen so that you other people also who watch this live can be able to relate themselves with this question.
All right. So, as far as this today's live is concerned about the topic, like what are the problems we are facing in our life, and we want the solution of it, but we are unable to find it on our own. So, I want to ask you about one thing, that there are so many people who are still believing in some other personality, like other than their home members or other than their friends and people who are in their known. They admire the personalities, the great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekanand,
Mhm.
and Subhash Chandra Bose, or if we can talk about the present, I can say present leaders or motivational speakers like Sandeep Maheshwari, Jay Shetty, Robin Sharma. So these are some of the great people the young generation, the young youth is admiring a lot, if I can say. So
Mhm.
how like you also telling sometimes that you learn this thing from this person, this thing from that person. So how you believe in them, how you decide that he is right or she is right, I should follow his or her ideologies in my life also to make it better. So this is my
Mhm.
question: how to believe in someone so deeply, so passionately, so that we can also have that confidence, have that inner strength to follow them. So this is my question, sir.
Okay, that is very beautifully and well explained. I appreciate that. And I just
Thank
wanna
you, sir.
ask you while we are trying to understand and solve this thing that why, because as you are saying now, how to follow them, how to admire them, how to understand them. Your question is about how, because when I teach anything and I just implement anything on myself or something on myself, then my first question to myself is why. So before how, I think of why. So, as you are saying, as you wrote in the question as well, that how to make them our ideal or something. You said this thing, how to believe in someone so
Yes,
deeply that you can make him or her your ideal. So you are saying, for example, you are reading Mahatma Gandhi. So as far as I am able to understand the question. I would like to redefine it in my terms so that I can be able to understand. I understood what you actually meant or not, so you can correct me if I understood something wrong. So
okay.
the question I'm saying that I could be able to understand is you are asking how to believe in others, how to believe in others so deeply, as you wrote there also, how to believe in
Yes,
others so deeply so that we can make them our ideal. Let's say there is Mahatma Gandhi, let's say there are other people like you mentioned, Steve Jobs, Muhammad Ali, or let's say Sandeep Maheshwari, Robin Sharma, or whosoever. So is that
yes,
your
sir.
question? You're
So
asking that how to believe them so deeply so that their learnings take effect on you?
exactly, sir. This is my question.
Okay, because you named so many people, na, so I got little confused. That's why I wanted to clarify.
Okay.
So,
Yes, so this is the only question that I want to ask with you. To you.
So, as far as I understand, I always see the solution out of box. Okay, that's why I sometimes feel that the students find the answers in the things I convey. So the answer to this thing also that is coming to me is out of box. And to convey you that thing, I wanna ask you first thing, that is why do you need to believe in someone so deeply? That is the first thing.
Sir, as okay, so the answer of this question could be because I have seen you, that you are also following these people ideologies and these people learnings and teachings, and I believe that whatever you are teaching me, I will learn something good from that. So that is the reason
Very
why
nice.
you are also following, sir? Like
Correct.
why?
So you want
Yeah.
to know the reason why I am following, first of all. Okay.
Okay.
don't don't make me your ideal. Okay, so you mentioned the word particularly ideal there, na?
Yeah.
That actually triggered my thought, and I just wanted to ask this question. Why, first of all, you know, it's not just me, or it's not just other people, but if you just normally see people, okay, not everybody is able to get so much from the people. People are only Instagram or their social media account followers, but if you see their behavior, na, then you will find that they are not reflecting any good thing in their behavior. Okay, rather than just they are following things, they are making comments on the Instagram account of Jay Shetty, they are on Robin Sharma or Sandeep Maheshwari. But if you look at the behavior, or they even look at their behavior, they are not changing. So I appreciate your curiosity that you want to understand how to believe in them so much that their teachings take effect on you. I think I'm
Yes.
with
Yes.
the
Yes, sir.
right thing.
Correct. Yes.
So first of all, I would like you to eliminate the idea that you want to make them your ideal. Okay,
Hmm.
you don't want to make them your ideal. First, you understand this thing, because this is a folly of ours, we human beings, that we always want to see hero in this outside world. Okay, we don't want to see the hero in our inside world. You don't realize this, but let me just tell you this secret of everybody, be it Robin Sharma, Sandeep Maheshwari, Mahatma Gandhi, or anyone. I remember this thing which is said by Swami Vivekananda. And this is something I'm not sharing to preach you, but this is something I started believing years back. I also actually thought like you are saying years back. Okay, I just also wanted to, I was actually finding myself quite confused, I should actually say. And I maybe the kind of person who wanted to just make the people, these legends, my ideal. Then I came across a beautiful quotation by Swami Vivekananda. That quotation taught me that don't follow the legends, be one. This was his quotation. Don't
Wow.
follow the
Beautiful.
don't follow the
Follow the
legend,
legends. Be one.
B1, B1. So B1 is something that is quite unclear. Okay, look, see, these people write the quotations so beautifully. So on that last thing, B1, I pondered for, I can say, at least one day. And then I realized that what he actually meant to say, because quotations are something very deep. Okay, so now when I tried to understand the depth of the quotation, I came to understand that Swami Vivekananda is teaching me, or trying to tell me, that I should not waste my life following the legends. I should begin my journey to make myself a legend now. But that was a
So
big move.
that is a big move also, but that is I can say big idea also behind this quotation.
Yeah, so there was a big idea. That's what I'm sharing. That this is the idea you also must be coming across first time in your life.
Yes, but sir, question is little different. Like I was saying, I'm not idolizing them. I'm even not ready to. But as I'm seeing people that they are following their Mahatma Gandhi's ideologies, their leadership skills, they used to speak it in front of the people. So I want to know like why they are so much. Uh, I can say they are so much. They get so much curious while they are speaking about his leadership qualities, rather than learn from that and follow that
So
in
it
your
means
life.
you're asking me two questions here. First question is that why they are getting curious, or your question is about how to make those beautiful leadership lessons take effect on
So
you.
this will include in this only, na? If we talk about it in more deeper manner, so it will include this answer also. Like first
So
question is this
I
only.
was on the way to answering your first question.
Yes.
Okay, when you interrupted actually. So the question is taking you in the
Huh.
direction. That was the first
Hmm.
milestone of the answer, in which I want to tell you that the legend lives inside us.
Hmm.
I made this mistake that I thought that by following those legends in the outside world, I I was only following that. I was only trying to get the information from them, but this information was actually just a piece of information. Okay, there was no surety or the guarantee or kind of thing that it was something that could start running in your blood. It was something that was taking that high impact on my behavior and the personality. It was not that thing. It was just a piece of information, and there was limited bandwidth I had. So a certain piece of information I was able to have with me for certain period of time, then this actually faded away, and then when I read the next information, the previous faded away. But when I understood this idea of Swami Vivekananda, that don't follow the legends, be one, I this idea, or when I read this idea, I planted a seed within myself that you are also a legend. You are not less than Swami Vivekananda or Robin Sharma or Sandeep Maheshwari. This was the idea. Okay, so what
Yeah.
I'm inviting you to do is to believe in yourself this way, that you are nobody less than that. Must have watched the movie Oh My God.
Yes, sir. I watched that movie.
So in that movie, what that Girdhari, what is his Leeladhar Swami? Okay, Leeladhar Maharaj said in the last one, he used to speak like this. Okay, you remember that thing? So
Yes,
he
sir.
used
Yeah.
to say कि ये जो लोग है ना, ये मतलब कल को कोई नया भगवान फिर ढूंढ लेंगे, है ना, kind of this thing. So we don't have to look for God. We have God inside us. So the people who are always running behind, somebody new will come in the market. The people who are following, let's say, even Jay Shetty, or these are the people who follow Jay Shetty. Before following Jay Shetty, they were following Prince EA. Prince EA
Hmm.
came little before in the
Yes.
market.
Hmm.
Okay, before that they followed somebody else. Before that they followed somebody else. So you don't want to be that kind of person who keeps changing the ideal and keeps following different people. In this way, all you are creating is just an amalgamation of something that or amalgamation of a lot of knowledge that is actually going to prove to be useless for you, because it is not taking effect on our behavior. So it is not important to get knowledge from too many people. Rather, it is important to get knowledge from one person and make good use of that. By the way, as you interrupted, I forgot to conclude the last ideology. Swami Vivekananda said this, that don't follow the legends, be one. Robin Sharma, Sandeep Maheshwari, if you just explore them, I have done that. I have seen Robin Sharma say or speak to me in some of the video, or Mahatma Gandhi also has said this thing. These people bluntly refuse people to be their followers. These bluntly do that. They say, okay, don't follow me. Just follow your inner voice. But we are not listening. We are like those people or the crowd that was in Oh My God. हमको नया भगवान चाहिए, हम तो इंसान को फॉलो करेंगे. आई एम सेइंग लेट्स नॉट फॉलो द इंसान.
Yes.
Let's not follow. Let's, so that's the problem we make. We make the problem that we get very much bound to the person. Okay, and we always find somebody to follow, and in that way we find that okay, we are doing something authentic, because lot many people are doing that. If lot many people are jumping in the well, then we also must jump, because people are doing that. This is called social proof. Okay, this is called social proof tendency of our mind. Okay, we just learned this going further in our course as well. So we want to do what others are doing. That is our first problem. Second thing, we all, like other people always do, that they want somebody to follow, and they just keep following new people. And in that way, what they do, they just keep creating an amalgamation of all the knowledge that soever is coming to them. They are always feeding them. I just said this thing, that the education has produced a vast majority of people able to read but unable to understand what is worth reading. So if you just remove the word read from here, then you will, and you put the word here watch. Okay, so education has produced a vast majority of people able to watch but unable to understand what is worth watching, able to listen but unable to understand what is worth
Worth
listening.
listening. Okay.
So in the same way, let me just come to your answer. and we want to understand that why to believe in them. So how to will come later. So first of all, I am denying you, or I am stopping you to believe in them. Rather, we want to, because they also say this thing. I'm not saying this. They never want to make you their follower. They want to make you the follower of what is right. And your question is also related to that.
Yes.
You don't want Jay Shetty to come to you and sit next to you.
No.
You
Hmm.
want the good things. You want the good
Good
things
things.
to guide you and take effect on your behavior and reflect in your manners.
Yes, sir. I have also seen some of the podcasts of Jay Shetty and Robin
Mhm.
Sharma. They used to say that don't follow, like uh, don't run behind social media. Don't
Hmm.
run behind it. Just make a good use of it
Hmm.
to learn
So now
something.
you are able to
Yeah.
recall this. Now you're able to
Yes.
recall
Now I'm able to recall. Like whatever you're saying, I'm able to relate it with whatever they were saying at that point of time.
because it is very important at the first place for me to let you know that
Hmm.
you don't want to be dependent on these people. Let's say
Hmm.
sometimes someday will come when Jay Shetty will not be in the market. For example, he would be outdated, for example, or somebody new will overcome, people will start following him. Then what will happen to your own philosophy, your own ideology of living life? Because we never tried to develop that. We were always following only.
Hmm.
So now what we want to understand, that we want to now I think it is clear that we don't want to depend on the people. We don't want to depend on the followership. We don't want to promote this followership or following culture. Okay. But
Yes,
our
sir.
main motive is to make the good things take effect on our behavior.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Yes, sir.
Nice. So now the second thing is how to do that. That is
Yeah.
your straight question, right? How to do that? How to do that is, first of all, as I told you, you just want to, I have tried to simplify the answers in the best possible way. So the first step is that you want to make yourself a legend. Believe this unconditionally. Swami Vivekananda has said this, Robin Sharma, Sandeep Maheshwari, everybody, every good person who is working for right cause will always tell you that you are a legend. But we are not believing that. So the first step is to believe this unconditionally, that you are a
That
legend.
okay, that we are a
You are a
legend. Okay.
legend. You don't have to follow legends. You are a legend. Only thing you want to do is to introspect and reflect and identify or awaken that heroism and genius within.
Okay.
Robin Sharma says
That is
this,
also a big task.
but that is something I'm going to help now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So awaken that genius, awaken that heroism. That is the first thing we wanna do.
Hmm.
Okay, and now the next thing is that Robin Sharma also said this thing. You may have heard somewhere in his video that you are more powerful than you think.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
This
so
thing, this thing, Steven also say. Steven is also other
mhm,
person that to whom
mhm.
I follow on Instagram. He also very much biased towards the own development, like
And
to
you
how
know the
we can.
great thing is, the idea is that none of them is telling something from their own. Everybody is telling you timeless wisdom. Whether it is me, it is Robin Sharma, it is Sandeep Maheshwari, or anybody. This wisdom is something that has already been told. They take from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, they take from Quran Sharif, they take from different scriptures of our ancient culture, and they learn from those autobiography of those great people, uh, like Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so when they learn from them, they extend this wisdom only. So my thing is that we now, let's come to the main idea, that is how to
How
implement
to
this,
do that?
how to
Yes.
make this thing take effect on us. Now first thing, we understood that we are a legend. Okay, and we
Yes.
believe this unconditionally. Now the second thing I want to invite you to do, or that is the second step of this, that because I will define the problem, then you will be able to understand. We don't realize, but we treat everything and every day ordinary. We wake up feeling enigmatic in our days. We think, it is just common Thursday. It is again same working day, Monday. It is Tuesday, again same day. Some real life will begin on Sunday when I'll have holiday. Okay. So this is the tendency. This is the tendency that we think days to be ordinary. We think our the people in our surrounding to be ordinary, and in this way we do not practice awakening the wonder and awe that lives inside us.
And that
So,
is on every day.
yeah. So no, why I'm not able to explain everything here in this answer, but I'm going to give you the key that will
Hmm.
unlock this thing that you wanna ask me. So here the second step is to celebrate them, celebrate the teachings. I'll give an example here. As you know that I'm very fond of singing. Okay.
Yes, right.
So, initially I found it very much difficult. I must let you know that I did not have a good voice at that time, and I was criticized for the quality of voice as well. So, and my singing as well, honestly speaking. So, what I wanted to learn from those legendary singers, Kishore Kumar ji, Mohammad Rafi ji, or let's say Kailash Khair. But learning from these many people was quite difficult. Like if I ask you that learn from Jay Shetty, learn from Robin Sharma, learn from Prince EA, learn from Sandeep Maheshwari, you will not be able to learn. Hmm?
True that. Very
So
true.
so what I did, that I followed this thing. I followed this thing, and with this thing, I think I have been able to learn from almost everybody I wanted. I learned from my teacher Umesh Sharma sir. I learned from PS Bajaj sir. I learned from Neeraj sir. I learned from Robin Sharma. I learned from Kailash Khair, Kishore Kumar ji, and Mohammad Rafi. If I talk about singing part, so this thing is celebrate them, celebrate their singing. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to praise them. Okay, let's say when I listen some song of Mohammad Rafi, for example, Mohammad Rafi song, that song लिखे जो खत तुझे वो तेरी याद में है ना, let's say I learned this song. So while listening to that song, it is okay for somebody to just listen to the song or sing, but hardly anybody would be there who would take time to salute. वाह, क्या काम किया है मोहम्मद रफी साहब, मजा आ गया, you are a true legend. You have made remarkable songs. You have done wonders in your singing. I just give my heart to you. You are amazing. You are fabulous. I just love you for that. And when you do this honestly, with that gratefulness, with that gratitude, then I'll tell you the concept here. Soul never dies. Soul is always there in the universe.
Yes. Yes, it is always
Okay.
there. Hmm.
So when you praise him, when you praise his work,
Hmm.
then your gratitude, your vibes go to that soul, and that soul endows you, bestows you with those blessings, those virtues that soul had or that person had. So in that way, even without your knowing, those virtues start getting planted in your subconscious mind. And I'm not talking about that even, I'm saying this, that this is something implementable even with the people who are not in this world. This is implementable even with those people who are in this world. Let's say, as I talked about Umesh sir is there, Neeraj sir is there, Bajaj sir is there. So what I did, when I loved the way they taught, when they really astounded me by their presence of mind, their creativity, their public speaking art, I just honored them. And yes, of course, in front of them, it's something you can do, but you might not be able to do this in front of them. When you are sleeping in your bed, when you are sitting on your table, when you are studying, when you are doing your work, at that point of time you wanna do that. doing it even when nobody is watching, because that's when you will be able to say to yourself, that is true honor. That is true honor, genuine gratitude. That depends on no condition. He doesn't even require Bajaj sir, Neeraj sir, Umesh sir, Robin Sharma to be around me or sitting next to me to praise them, because
Yeah.
it is
Yes.
genuine gratitude. I am blown away by their work,
Hmm.
because I'm blown away by their work, because I truly relish it, and I just love the way they do, and I honor their teachings. I just find them really valuable. We do this in acknowledgement form also.
Hmm. Yes, so we do this. We
So,
used to write whatever we have done. Hmm.
so the acknowledgement form creates a good impact on your learning. It has created. So in the
Hmm.
same way, what do we do in this? That is the power of gratitude we are using.
Hmm.
Power of gratitude is not something we are only saying thank you. We are not doing here. I'm inviting you to go, let's say, little beyond that. Even gratitude is something that I would say is of lower standard. When you go beyond it, it comes to celebration mode. I'm asking you to celebrate their teachings. I'm asking you to celebrate those people, the way they do the work, without making them your ideal. Not mandatory that you make them your ideal, or you just follow them on their social media accounts. Not mandatory to do that. What is mandatory is to have that genuine honor, because they are also doing their work to help you change your life. They are also doing their work to make you be a better person. They are also doing their work, or I'm also doing my work to help you awaken that genius and heroism inside you.
Yes, right.
If you just wanna do something in return, then
Hmm.
only genuine work that you wanna do is that you relish, you celebrate the teachings. Let's say I there have been taught many big lessons in that ritual building manual that we have been doing. So you are only able to do those lessons in really good way when you relish them, when you just awaken that sense of wonder and awe inside you while staying or reading that particular lesson. But till the time you think, oh, ये तो task है, ये तो करना है, कल शाम तक I have to present it, you would not be able to go deep into that.
Yes, sir, I've learned this lesson because I was earlier trying to do the things, but just taking it as a task. But later
Hmm.
on, when I got this idea that rather than taking it as a task, you have to just do it with full passion, like relish the things, and understand what is the idea of doing this thing. So these are the main things that then only we can say that it is a successful thing, the task you have done.
Mhm.
I have learned this thing, so yes.
So I think I could be able to, because I wanted to simplify this thing. I did not want to complicate this thing by taking you from the long route. So the two steps you learn here. The first step is to believe unconditionally that you are a legend. You don't have to follow legends. The purpose or
Yes.
the foremost thing you wanna do is to recognize that genius and the hero living inside you and start feeding him, and to take
Okay.
or make those great teachings or learnings of other legendary people take effect on you. What you want to start doing is to celebrate them
Celebrate
with
their
your,
teachings.
with your unconditional honor, with your genuine regards, with your love, with your respect, and doing it in alone proves to you, to your subconscious mind, that you really do that. योर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड
Okay.
रिकॉग्नाइज कि यार ये बंदी जो है ये मन से उसको ऑनर करती है, ना इसकी
Hmm.
रूममेट बराबर में है, ना फोन पे कोई है, ना जिस बंदे को ऑनर कर रही है वो आसपास है, स्टिल शी इज सो मच सेलिब्रेटिव while extending her gratitude. Still, she's relishing her statement so much. She's speaking her heart out while honoring that person in presence of nobody. And that's where you are not only
Okay.
celebrating, you are planting the seeds, and that's where the blessings start taking effect on you. even without the permission of that person. Let's say if you start relishing me, or you start relishing Sandeep Maheshwari, even Sandeep Maheshwari cannot stop the blessing to take effect on you, because it is something supernatural, I should say. Supernatural thing. It is something that is spiritual. It is something that will happen beyond his control. If you just honor him genuinely, he cannot stop you. He cannot stop the people who hate him. In the same way, he cannot stop the people who honor him.
Okay. So yes, sir, I got this idea.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
when you hate him, then what is
Hmm.
going to happen? You are going to just burn yourself inside. And when you honor him, then what you do, or you honor anybody, be it me, be it Robin Sharma, be it Sandeep Maheshwari, be it Mahatma Gandhi, anybody, then what you do, you build yourself in the same way inside. And I have no control in that. Okay, this universe has the control. This universe will start manifesting those virtues that you relish inside you. Okay.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for this. Like I'm not now I'm able to solve this problem. Like how to do it. My main question was how to do it, and I got the answer of what to do, for what I should uh, for what I should think, that yes, we are also the legend. We are also having legend inside ourselves. So this
Okay,
is a
thank you so
beautiful
much.
idea, yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming on the screen. Now, I would like to uh, also thank you that you came forward and you
Thank you, sir.
expressed and asked this question with, and if you really find this question beautiful and I mean the answer relevant and helpful, then don't mind sharing with your friends and the people. Okay.
Definitely, sir. I will share it, and I will also share the beautiful idea behind it.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming live. Now I'm going to invite Sohail here on the screen. Hi, Sohail.
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Well, sir.
So please ask
Sir,
your question.
sir, I have a question. Sir, when we meet someone and who
Hmm.
is better than us, so
Hmm.
then we get our confidence low around it.
Hmm.
So, and we start self-doubting in ourselves.
Hmm.
So, how can we remove it and how can we increase our level?
Okay, so this question that you are asking is little different from what you wrote. First of all, so I wanna repeat what you wrote in there. You also wrote that how to stop overthinking and overcome self doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes,
This was
sir.
you wrote there, na, how to stop overthinking and self doubt. So this is something you are saying that it is related to the people when you meet somebody whom you find better than you.
Yes, sir.
Is that always only in that condition?
Yes, sir. Most of time, this sir, most of time I relate this condition from this condition.
But as far as I understand, first of all, I would like to narrate you a very simple story. Then I would move to the main idea. Okay, so that story is coming to my mind actually, and I'll narrate this in Hindi. So एक बार क्या था, एक कौआ था. ओके, तो वो जो कौआ था, वो उसने हंस देखा, और जब उसने हंस देखा वो बिल्कुल अपने वाइट विंग्स के साथ अपना फ्लोट करता हुआ नदी में, तो उसे लगा कि यार क्या मिल्की वाइट बर्ड है, ये तो बड़ा ब्यूटीफुल है. तो हंस के पास गया और बोला कि भाई तुम तो बड़े शानदार पक्षी हो, तुम तो दुनिया के सबसे सुखी पक्षी होने चाहिए, है ना, और मैं तो
Yes,
बड़ा प्रभावित हुआ तुमसे मिलके. तो वो बोला हंस कि मुझे भी ऐसा ही लगता था, लेकिन तब तक जब तक मैं तोते से नहीं मिला। मेरे पास तो केवल एक ही वो है, एक ही क्या कहते हैं, आपने ईयरबड्स नहीं लगाए हुए हैं शायद, है ना?
नो सर।
आपकी थोड़ी आवाज़ आ रही है ना, इसलिए बोल रहा था मैं। कोई बात नहीं, अभी मैं यहाँ आगे बढ़ता हूँ। तो वो तोते को नहीं देखा था, तब तक मुझे ऐसा लगता था। अब वो सोचा कि यार तोता जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा शानदार और खूबसूरत है। उस हंस भी ऐसा ही कह रहा है, तो कौवा जो था वो तोते से मिलने गया। उसे लगा कि ये जो है इसके 2 कलर हैं, है ना? इसकी रेड जो है वो बीक है, चोंच है, और इसका हरा ग्रीन कलर बड़ा शानदार है। उसने तोते को ऐसी ही तारीफ़ करी, "भई तुम तो बड़े शानदार कलर वाले, बड़े ही बेहतरीन पक्षी हो, तुम तो मेरे ख़्याल से सबसे सुंदर हो, है ना? और तुम तो बहुत खुश खुश भी होगे।" तोता बोला कि नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है ना? मुझे भी ऐसा ही लगता था जब तक मैं मोर से नहीं मिला था। मोर जो है वो बहुत शानदार है। अब उसने क्या करा, वो जो कौवा था वो मोर को देखने के लिए वो पहुँचा चिड़ियाघर, वहाँ पे उसे मोर मिला। तो उसने देखा कि मोर डांस कर रहा था अपना पंख फैला के, और जो लोग थे वो मतलब तालियाँ बजा रहे थे, बच्चे तालियाँ बजा रहे थे उसके लिए। अब वो मोर के पास जाकर बोला कि भाई मोर, मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके, क्या बेहतरीन और शानदार आपके पंख हैं, और आप तो देखो जब डरा नाचते हो तो सब लोग कितना खुश होते हैं और तालियां बजाते हैं। तो मोर बोला कि ऐसा नहीं है ना? मुझे भी ऐसा लगता था, लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से जो सबसे सुखी और सबसे शानदार पक्षी है, जिसे कोई कैद भी नहीं कर सकता है और ना ही करना चाहता है, वो है कौवा। मोर बोला कौवे से, है ना? कि कौवा जो है वही सब खुश, है ना? सबसे सुखी पक्षी है, क्योंकि उसे कोई कैद नहीं करना चाहता। तो वो कहता है कि काश मैं कौवा होता। मोर कहता है ये बात। तो उस दिन कौवे को रियलाइज़ होता है कि उसके पास जो है वो किसी के पास नहीं है। वो है फ्रीडम।
यस श्योर सर।
कौवे को कोई मतलब पिंजरे पिंजरे में नहीं रखना चाहता है
एग्जैक्टली।
ना? आज़ाद घूमता है वो। तो पॉइंट यहाँ पर ये है, व्हाट इज़ माय मेन आइडिया दैट दैट आई वांट टू कन्वे विद दिस स्टोरी इज़ दैट in this world everybody is comparing and wasting his or her time, and they are ignoring what they have. So
राइट सर।
so my thing is that you also have something that others don't have, but you are wasting your time in comparison and looking into this outside world. Now, this is your first step. Okay, this is your first step, that you want to write if you want. Okay, that is that you have something nobody in this world has. So stop comparing.
ओके सर।
You have something that nobody in this world has. So stop comparing. You are unique in your own way. Even if you are a crow. मतलब अगर आप कौवे भी हो ना तो भी आप यूनिक हो। पहले तो ये बात समझनी बहुत ज़रूरी है। Now the second thing is that you drop your seriousness. Write this down. Drop your seriousness. What I want to convey by this idea now, I will explain to you. We think कि हम कुछ हैं। हम अननेसेसरीली जो है ना अपने को ओवर एस्टिमेट करना शुरू कर देते हैं। हमें लगता है कि अगर हमसे गलती होगी, अगर हम वेल नहीं कर पाए, अच्छा नहीं कर पाए तो पहाड़ टूट जाएगा। लोगों की एक्सपेक्टेशन टूट जाएँगी, ऐसा हमें लगता है। हम अपने से ओवर एक्सपेक्ट करना शुरू कर देते हैं। हम अपने को नॉर्मल पर्सन की तरह नहीं रखना चाहते। दैट इज़ अगेन वन थिंग, एंड वी अननेसेसरीली गेट सीरियस अबाउट व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू। We unnecessarily get serious about the performance that we want to give. Why we are expecting so much and getting so serious about it? Here is the idea that we want to drop our seriousness. हाँ, ठीक है, ओके है, हो जाएगा। इट इज़ फाइन। दिस वी कीप इट सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल। चाहे वो छोटा काम हो और चाहे वो बहुत बड़ा काम हो। अपने को कोई फन्ने-खा मत समझो। अपने को बिल्कुल साधारण आदमी समझो। आप कुछ भी नहीं हो। क्या नहीं हो? कुछ भी नहीं। यू आर नोबडी। बिल्कुल नॉर्मल रखो अपने आप को, कोई वजन नहीं यार, हल्का, बिल्कुल हल्का, फील लाइट, जियो लाइट, है ना।
ओके
तो
सर।
दिस इज दी फर्स्ट स्टेप कि हमें सीरियस नहीं होना है, हमें अपने आप से फालतू एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं पालना है कि हाँ अपने पे परफॉर्मेंस का बर्डन नहीं देना है। पहला तो हमने देखो क्या समझा, पहला ये समझा होंगे दुनिया में लोग हंस जैसे, मोर जैसे, पैरट जैसे, लेकिन अगर हम कौवे भी हैं तो भी हमारे पास एक ऐसी चीज है जो इस दुनिया में किसी के पास नहीं है। सो इन द सेम वे आप जो भी हो, आप यूनिक इन योर ओन वे। क्लियर हुआ फर्स्ट स्टेप?
यस सर।
फर्स्ट स्टेप इज क्लियर। नॉट द सेकंड स्टेप इज कि अपनी सीरियसनेस को ड्रॉप कर दो, है ना। ये जो है ना कॉन्शियसली या अनकॉन्शियसली ऐसा बिल्ड हो जाता है हमारे दिमाग में, हम जिस एनवायरनमेंट में रहते हैं ना, ये हमारे यार दोस्त जो है वो हमें चढ़ा देते हैं। और ये सोहेल भाई क्या आदमी हो यार, तुम तो गजब हो, और तुम तो ये हो, और तुम तो थोता हो, और तुम तो फिटकरी हो, जाने क्या क्या बोलते हैं। और हमें लगता है कि हम सच में वही हैं, हम सच में वही हैं। लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है। फोन बज रहा है शायद आपका, है? लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है, है ना, ऐसा नहीं है। हम हमें क्या करना है कि हम उन चक्करों में लोगों के जो माइंड में हमारी इमेज है उसको सोचते हैं, और अदर थिंग्स को सोचते हैं कि लोग हमसे क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे होंगे। एक्चुअल में किसी को कुछ नहीं पड़ी यार, सबको अपने काम से काम है।
यस
आपको
सर।
पता है ना, तो किसी को क्या फर्क पड़ेगा। सोहेल सोहेल जो है वो पढ़े लिखे या फिर सोहेल बर्बाद हो, किसी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना। बर्बाद हो जाओगे तो यही लोग आपसे आपसे नजर फेरने शुरू कर देंगे,
राइट सर।
और पढ़ लिख के आबाद हो जाओगे तो यही लोग अपने यार दोस्तों में कहेंगे अबे मेरे साथ पढ़ा है, यार है मेरा, मैं जानता हूँ उसको।
डेफिनेटली।
तो मुझे यहाँ पर क्या कहना है आपसे कि वो तो सोचो ही मत जो दूसरे सोच रहे हैं। तो ड्रॉप योर सीरियसनेस अबाउट दिस, और अपने बारे में क्या सोचो कि पहली चीज, जो पहला स्टेप अभी यहाँ पर खत्म नहीं होती है, दूसरे स्टेप पर भी आऊंगा। पहला स्टेप है कि ड्रॉप योर सीरियसनेस अबाउट व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म और हु यू आर। जस्ट थिंक यू आर अ वेरी सिंपल पर्सन, वेरी सिंपल पर्सन,
ओके सर।
है ना। सीधा सा अगर बच्चों की भाषा में बोलूं, हमको कुछ नहीं आता है, गाय हमारी माता है। ओके, सीधा बिल्कुल ऐसे जियो। आपको खुद सुन के अच्छा लग रहा होगा, अरे यार कुछ करना ही नहीं है, मैं बेकार में सोच रहा था इतना कुछ करना है, कुछ नहीं करना, कुछ नहीं करना। क्लियर है?
यस सर, क्लियर।
क्लियर है। अभी लग रहा होगा कि हाँ कोई नहीं है मुझे चेक करने वाला, अभी मैं हूं बस। अब ये लास्ट वर्ड, मैं हूं। कौन हूं?
मैं हूँ। आई
कोई
एम।
देख रहा हो नहीं देख रहा हो, लेकिन आप तो देख रहे हो ना। इस
यस।
दुनिया में, इस कमरे में आपको कोई नहीं देख रहा, लेकिन एक इंसान है जो देख रहा है। उसके सामने नहीं हारना होना चाहिए बस, और वो इंसान आप है। तो इसका सेकंड स्टेप लिखो, एक्ट विद योर बेस्ट, या फिर एक्ट एट योर बेस्ट। मतलब अब कहने को तो हम कुछ भी नहीं है, कहने को तो हमें कुछ भी नहीं आता है ना, लेकिन फिर भी हमें अपना सब कुछ लगा देना है, हमें अपने आप को पूरा डिवोट कर देना है। और इसी से बनेगा हमारा सेल्फ एस्टीम, कि यार इतना सिंपल पर्सन अपने आप को सोचता है, कभी भी बड़ा बोल नहीं बोलता है, चुप ही रहता है, लेकिन फिर भी जब काम को करता है ना तो बंदा टूट जाता है। बंदा मतलब सब कुछ लगा के काम करता है, और वही चीज होगी जो आपके प्राइड और ऑनर को आपके अंदर बिल्ड करेगी, क्योंकि अब आप किसी दूसरे के लिए काम नहीं कर रहे हो। किसके लिए कर रहे हो?
खुद के लिए।
खुद के लिए कर रहे हो। और अब कोई परफॉर्मेंस का प्रेशर भी नहीं है, बस एक वादा है अपने आप से, एक प्रॉमिस है कि मुझे अपना बेस्ट देना है। सो एक्ट एट योर बेस्ट।
यस।
तो आप खुद सोचो कि आप अपनी नजरों में उठना शुरू हो जाओगे, और दूसरों के हिसाब से करोगे तो कितना ही कर लो, गिरना ही शुरू होगे, क्योंकि कोई कभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होता
यस सर।
है ना।
यस।
तो आप यहाँ पर जो दूसरा चीज है जो हमें समझ आ रहा है सोहेल, वो ये है एक्ट एट योर बेस्ट। और जो नेक्स्ट स्टेप है यहाँ पे, वो है ऑनर योर efforts, not the results. Honor your efforts, not the results. ऑनर योर एफर्ट्स नॉट द रिजल्ट्स मतलब हम जब कुछ करते हैं तो हम ये देखते हैं कि इससे रिजल्ट क्या आया है। ये हमारी गलती हो जाती है ना। यहाँ पर मुझे वो हरवंश राय बच्चन की वो कविता याद आ गई कि नन्ही चींटी जब दाना लेकर चलती है, चढ़ती दीवारों पर 100 बार फिसलती है, मन का विश्वास रगों में साहस भरता है, गिरकर चढ़ना और चढ़कर गिरना ना अखरता है, कोशिश उसकी बेकार नहीं होती। हाँ, मेहनत उसकी बेकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती। सो मेरा यहाँ पॉइंट ये है कि जो चींटी चढ़ती है ना, उसको भी नहीं पता होता कि फाइनल अटेम्प्ट कौन-सी होगी। क्या उसको पता होता है कि वो 10वीं बार में चढ़ जाएगी?
No, sir. It, what happened?
हाँ, ऑडिबल
Yes, sir. You are audible.
एंड विजिबल आल्सो, राइट?
Yes, sir.
सो मैं यहाँ पर जो फाइनल कहना चाहता हूँ, आपको ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि वो जो चींटी है, जो अनंत कोशिश करती है ना? उस दीवार पे चढ़ने की। आपको क्या लगता है कि वो हर कोशिश के बाद, हर अटेम्प्ट के बाद अपने आप को डिसहार्टन और डिसअपॉइंट करती होगी या अपने को अप्रिशिएट करती होगी? क्योंकि दीवार पर तो वो चढ़ी नहीं, रिजल्ट तो उसका 0 है। भई उसने लास्ट तक कितने ही एफर्ट्स दिए हों, लेकिन दीवार पर तो नहीं चढ़ी ना, रिजल्ट तो 0 हुआ ना उसका।
Yes, sir.
तो आप मुझे बताइए, रिजल्ट 0 होने के बावजूद भी वो दोबारा कोशिश कैसे कर रही है? क्या है उसके अंदर?
Appreciate कर रही हो आप।
हाँ, तो हम ये गलती करते हैं कि हमें लगता है कि अगर रिजल्ट नहीं आया ना, तो हमने एफर्ट्स ही नहीं करे, ये हमारी बेवकूफ़ी हो जाती है। तो हमें रिजल्ट से तो अपना नाता तोड़ देना है, एफर्ट्स से अपना नाता जोड़ लेना है। तो अगर आप इतने एफर्ट कर रहे हो, तो भी अपने लिए तालियाँ बजाओ, शाबाशी दो अपने आप को, चॉकलेट-वॉकलेट खिलाओ अपने आप को, डिनर पे लेके जाओ अपने आप को, ओके? और फिर हाँ, ये वादा कर लेना कि अब इतने से इतना करना है बस, इतना नहीं करना है, इतना करना है, फिर इतने से इतना करना है ना? कहाँ गया? हाँ, इतना करना है, फिर इतने से इतना करना है, फिर इतना करना है, फिर इतना करना है, फिर इतना करना है, इतना, 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 इतना करके आपको पता चलेगा कि अब आप ऐसे लेवल पे पहुँच चुके हो, क्योंकि आपका जो नाता है ना वो एफर्ट से है, रिज़ल्ट से नहीं है। और आप एफर्ट्स को एप्रिशिएट करो, रिज़ल्ट को तो भूल ही जाओ, क्योंकि बहुत लंबे समय तक रिज़ल्ट आना ही नहीं है ना? बहुत लंबे समय तक रिज़ल्ट नहीं आना है। लेकिन बहुत लंबे समय तक एफर्ट्स करके रिज़ल्ट ज़रूर आना
Yes.
है ना? तो हमें क्या है, मैं अब यहाँ फाइनली कंक्लूड करूँगा क्योंकि मुझे ये लाइव जो है शॉर्ट ही खत्म करना है, मैं लंबा नहीं लेकर जाऊँगा इसको। स्टॉप हमने पहला स्टेप समझा सोहेल, अब मैं रिवाइज़ करा रहा हूँ आपको कि चाहे दुनिया में लोग कितने ही खूबसूरत हों, उस हंस की तरह, उस तोते की तरह या उस मोर की तरह, जिसे देखकर सारी दुनिया तालियाँ बजा रही है, फिर भी हमारे पास उस कौवे के माफ़िक कुछ ऐसा है जो किसी के पास नहीं है। तो वी आर ब्यूटीफुल, वी आर डिफरेंट, वी आर यूनिक इन आवर ओन वे। ये पहला लेसन। तो कंपैरिजन करने की तो बात ही खत्म हो गई। क्लियर?
राइट सर, ओके क्लियर।
ओके। सेकंड थिंग इज ड्रॉप योर सीरियसनेस, कि आपको अपने को सीरियस नहीं लेना है। कुछ नहीं है भैया, हम कुछ नहीं है, वी आर वेरी सिंपल पर्सन। अपने से ओवर एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करना है, किसी की सेटिस्फेक्शन के लिए हमें काम नहीं करना है, जितना हो जाएगा उतना करना है और नॉर्मल रहना है, बिल्कुल नॉर्मल, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल नॉर्मल, कुछ नहीं। ठंडा है ना, आराम से। अच्छा लग रहा है ना, सुनने में अच्छा लग रहा है, कोई वजन ही नहीं है, कोई वजन नहीं है। मतलब जब आप नेचुरली वर्क करोगे तो खुश रहोगे और हर दिन खुशी में काम करोगे, और दूसरों के लिए करोगे तो हर दिन लोड लेके काम करोगे और लोड लेके उठोगे, लोड लेके सोओगे। क्या फायदा है यार ऐसी जिंदगी जीने का, है? ठीक है?
राइट सर, राइट।
तो ड्रॉप योर सीरियसनेस, दुनियादारी गई बाहर में। ठीक है, लेकिन यहां पर मैंने एक चीज और बताई कि कोई नहीं देख रहा है इस कमरे में, कोई नहीं देख रहा आपको, मुझे भी जिस कमरे में मैं बैठा हूं यहाँ कोई नहीं देख रहा। ठीक है,
राइट सर, राइट।
लेकिन एक इंसान देख रहा है और वो इंसान हम खुद हैं। और अगर हम उसके सामने हारेंगे तो फिर हम अपने को हरा ही रहे हैं, मतलब हमें अपने आप को नहीं हराना है ना? तो उसको जिताने के लिए थर्ड स्टेप है एक्ट एट योर बेस्ट। मतलब जो भी काम मिले, चाहे वो इतना सा काम हो, अब ये मत कहना सर ने कहा था सीरियस मत ले, अरे सर हो जाएगा छोड़ो, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, है ना? हो जाएगा छोड़ो नहीं है इसका मतलब, वो केवल इसलिए है कि हम दुनिया से मतलब नहीं, हम दूसरे के लिए नहीं करते कुछ भी, है ना?
यस सर।
हम दूसरे के लिए कुछ भी नहीं करते। हाँ, तो हमारा यहाँ पर क्या है पॉइंट, कि हमें दूसरों के लिए नहीं करना है लेकिन अपने लिए करना है। कोई नहीं देख रहा है लेकिन हम देख रहे हैं। अगर हम अपनी नजरों में गिर गए ना तो नहीं उठ पाएंगे। दुनिया की नजरों में गिर के उठ सकते हैं, अपनी नजरों में गिर के नहीं उठ पाएंगे। तो हमारा काम केवल ये है कि हम अपनी नजरों में अपने आप को रेगुलर उठाएं, और उसके लिए हमें क्या करना है, एक्ट एट अवर बेस्ट। छोटा काम हो या बहुत बड़ा काम हो, बस हमें अपने आप को झोंक देना है, अपना सब कुछ लगा देना है सेलिब्रेशन मोड में,
एग्जैक्टली।
है ना? किसी और के लिए नहीं, अपने लिए। क्योंकि कौन देख रहा है, हम देख रहे हैं,
देखते हैं।
हम देख रहे हैं, और क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं तो इसलिए करना है, और इसमें आपको खुशी मिलेगी। और हमेशा इतना करना है कि हम अपने आप से ये ना कह सकें कि आज तूने मेहनत नहीं की, कोशिश नहीं की, है ना? क्योंकि हमें अंदर से पता है कि हम इतने एफर्ट देते हैं तो आज इतने देने हैं, उससे पहले रुकना नहीं है। तो इससे क्या होगा कि जब आप अपने एक्सपेक्टेशंस से आगे निकलोगे तो आपके मन में अपने लिए स्वाभिमान बिल्ड होगा, कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड होगा, और वो कॉन्फिडेंस दुनिया के कॉन्फिडेंस से अलग है। वो इस पैरामीटर पे नापा ही नहीं जाता, और वो किसी के पास है ही नहीं, क्योंकि सब वही कॉन्फिडेंस चाहते हैं जो दुनिया के लिए है। ये वाले कॉन्फिडेंस की तो लोगों को पता ही नहीं है ना? ये अलग है। आप सुन रहे हैं
यस सर, आई एम
ना?
लिसनिंग।
ये वाला कॉन्फिडेंस अलग है। तो आप एक ऐसी चीज अपने अंदर पैदा करने के लिए शुरुआत कर रहे हो, यू आर प्लांटिंग सच सीड इनसाइड यू दैट इज रेयर, एंड पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस थिंग। Okay, and that you can be able to do when you surprise yourself every day. And the next thing is, I give the example of that चींटी। ओके, हरिवंश राय बच्चन पोयम की नन्ही चींटी दाना लेकर चलती है, कि जो चींटी जो है वो जब चढ़ती है तो दीवार पर तो नहीं चढ़ी ना, वो तो फेल हुई, लेकिन वो फिर से क्यों चढ़ती है, फिर वो
बिकॉज
फिर से चढ़ती है ना? तो कहने का मतलब वो अपने एफर्ट्स को ऑनर कर रही है ना? उसका काम है चढ़ना, उसका काम है चढ़ना। ठीक है,
राइट
तो
सर।
ऐसे ऐसे ही जो लास्ट स्टेप है सोहेल, वो है यहाँ पर कि हम अपने एफर्ट्स को ऑनर करें, रिजल्ट से कनेक्ट ना रहें। हमारे साथ ये गलती हो जाती है कि रिजल्ट नहीं आता तो हम ये सोचते हैं कि हमने एफर्ट्स भी नहीं करे। ये गलतफहमी है। एफर्ट्स करने के लिए हम बैठे हैं ना, अपने आप को चेक करने के लिए। थर्ड स्टेप, एक्ट एट योर बेस्ट। तो रिजल्ट तो नहीं आएगा जैसे उस चींटी का नहीं आया, है ना? लेकिन आपकी मेहनत बेकार नहीं होगी, क्योंकि कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होगी। है ना? सो द आइडिया हियर इज कि ऑनर योर एफर्ट्स नॉट रिजल्ट्स। तो जो आपने एफर्ट्स दिए हैं ना उसके लिए सेलिब्रेट करो, उसके लिए अपने आप को ऑनर करो, पीठ थपथपाओ अपनी, अपने को ट्रीट पे लेके जाओ, अपने आप को चॉकलेट दो, है ना? और सीरियस मत रहो। अगर गलती हो भी गई है तो अपने आप को लास्ट लिख लो, फॉरगिव योरसेल्फ। लास्ट पॉइंट लिख लो, फॉरगिव योरसेल्फ, अपने आप को माफ करो, क्योंकि माफ नहीं करोगे तो ऑनर नहीं कर पाओगे।
राइट सर।
ठीक है ना सोहेल? चलिए, उम्मीद है इस पे आप वर्क करना, इसके बारे में मुझे एक्सप्लेनेशन देना क्लास में। ये आपको आज के लेसन में लिखना है ना, कैसे काउंट कर रहा है आपके लिए। ओके
ओके सर, आई विल गिव एक्सप्लेनेशन।
है ना? इस पे सोचना, मतलब हाँ इसको आप कैसे, ये इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कैसे करना है इस पे। और मुझे उम्मीद है कि अब आप किसी के बारे में नहीं सोच के और सीरियसनेस के साथ नहीं, बल्कि प्लेफुलनेस के साथ अपने मोमेंट्स को एंजॉय करोगे, क्योंकि कोई नहीं देख रहा लेकिन आप देख रहे हो, तो अपने लिए जियोगे ना कि दूसरों के लिए, है ना? चलो
ओके
ठीक है,
सर, ठीक है। गुड
एंजॉय,
नाइट सर।
गुड नाइट।